Well, howdy folks, hang on, there you go, that's better. That way I won't be standing on my head. So this is Widgett Walls here with needcoffee.com, and yes, I have actually not been kidnapped by the Borg. I have not actually been taken by Centipede and given an implant and going to be turned into, well, you may haven't seen the episode yet, so I won't spoil it for you. But yes, I am. That is Google Glass on my face. It doesn't improve my face. The technology is not that advanced yet. But no, I've been here taking the rounds and going through the various bits of glassware app that will let you do things with this thing on your face. It's early days yet, but it's actually fairly cool. You're going to have a situation with, there's lots of applications. I can see one day where they could make an app that would actually improve a film like The Last Airbender. I think that would take a lot more processing power than can fit into something this size. And also, it will enable you to check Facebook if the date that you're on is extremely boring. But even beyond that, they were showing me some really great stuff. It was translating stuff on the fly. They had a sign up that said, I'm looking at it now, Cachorros Delante, which is one of my favorite ska bands from Europe, and actually means puppies ahead. So it was translating that on the fly. It was able to play music. It actually has sound that appears back here behind your ear, which is not unpleasant vibratory feeling. So you have multiple applications for this thing, and you have a bunch of people wandering around with this on their face, looking up to turn it on, and then doing things with it, which is slightly unnerving, considering that, I remember what it was like to have an 8-inch floppy disk, and they have roughly, I think, 12,000 times the capacity. I'm wearing 12,000 times the capacity of the first computer I ever worked with on my face. And it is sort of like a cybernetic little tumor up here. It's a glass, isn't that neat? So yes, it's fascinating stuff, and it's the sort of applications for it are interesting. And I'm sure that since they have, as they were saying, an open sort of development kit and a bunch of people running around trying to figure out, now that we have this, what crazy stuff are we going to do with it? God only knows what sort of insanity will ensue. But I will tell you that this is pretty much, having seen some people wandering around here that look like supervillains, this is what all of the classy supervillains are going to be wearing this fall on the catwalks. So make sure you get one now. And I will say this, to their credit, they have them in black, so it does fit with everything I own. So yes, I actually, walking in here, was a bit skeptical as to what could possibly make me want to wander around with something like this on my face, since, as we've established, I had, but it's actually covering up more of my face. I've covered up as much as I can with my beard, so this actually does improve things a little bit more, I think, looking at myself as I am now, which is always traumatic. But no, a little skeptical walking in here, but I see the potential for what this thing is, and I see that you could eventually do some very cool things with it. Speaking of translations, I just realized this. They actually have an English sign up here so that you can translate it into another language, so that you can pretend to be cultured, that you actually know more than one language. So really, this can improve the opinion that the rest of the world has of us Americans. Doubtful, but I mean, it's nice to think about. Again, not enough capacity, even in something like this, which has 12 gig of storage, by the way. Did I mention that? 12 gig of storage on something that's roughly the size of, this is actually the size of my first eyeglasses, but they were much thicker, and you couldn't even see my eyes behind them. But anyway, so yes, so this is Google Glass, and I think you're going to have some really cool stuff coming out of this, and I anticipate that once this thing goes live and is running around, you're going to see a lot more of these things. And since apparently we can't be trusted to even talk on a cell phone and drive at the same time, God only knows what the legislation is going to make of people wandering around and trying to drive with these things on, giving them directions, playing them music, and recommending where the best fish and chips place is. So anyway, I'm going to have this surgically removed, and until next time, this is Widgett Walls from NeedCoffee.com saying good luck, and you will be assimilated. See you soon.